This is video 3 in the 4th Street Software Baseball 1927 AL project. Leaving off from video 2, we talked about how the pitcher is going to initiate a skill set requirement on the batter. Now we're going to look at that batter and what he has a say in the outcome. So once we're directed over to a batter's card, let's take a look at Tony Lazzari and Bob Musial here. If Johnson directed us to Musial's pitch command control column, Johnson being the right-handed pitcher, so all this pink shaded zone here is where we're going to be referencing. As we indicated, we're most likely going to see walks and strikeouts in that column from a 2 to 12 and a 2d6 roll. If Johnson directed him over to the infield, in Johnson's case, the only time that would happen is if Johnson's own defensive skill set was brought into question. We're going to see, well, in Musial's case, all singles. I guess a 337 average will do that. If Johnson directs him over to the outfield via a matchup of left field, center field, right field, we're going to see a pretty good chance of some doubles here, sprinkling of some triples, and even some more singles. And we're going to see some outs here. If Johnson directed him over to the power, we're going to see a home run chance. Since he's swinging hard for a home run, he's even going to strike out a few times, and then quite a few outs. The last thing that Johnson can do is direct him over here for ballpark. There's no columns for the ballpark. What you're going to use is a grid of zones, a graphic representation of the ballpark. But what comes into play is Musial's loft ability, if you will. That happens to be this rating right underneath power, -2 in this case. And also his pull rating of +0 would be introduced into the ballpark metrics. As you can see from company cards, I've changed result code numbers into known intuitive baseball abbreviations. So instead of 44, we got BB for walk. Instead of 43, we got SO for strikeout. Instead of 10 for singles, I just SI for the single. Instead of 20s, we get DO doubles. Instead of 30s, we get TR for triples. Instead of 47, 48, 49, we get just straight home run. These cards on the infield and the outfield, and the company cards too, never have a need for a defensive position number in the second digit spot, because you're directed here specifically from the pitcher. Like here's Johnson. You're directed, from the pitcher, or from the defensive numbers, if you will. P for 1, C is 2, 3 for first base, 4 for second base, 5 for third base, 6 for short, 7 for left, 8 for center, 9 for right. So we've already been given a defensive position number. That's why there's no position number here on these result codes. So that would be Musial's say in the outcome. And next video we'll talk about whether or not he gets to have that say every single time or not.